Okay, let's unpack this. It's one of those really pivotal life decisions, isn't it? Rent or buy. Feels weighty. And it's so much more than just, where you're going to sleep. It's fundamental. Finance, lifestyle, your future. Today we're doing a deep dive, really navigating that path to owning a home. And we're focusing specifically on a market that's, well, let's be honest, pretty unique and sometimes challenging. Marin County. We want to get beyond the headlines, find some clear, actionable stuff for you.
Yeah, and to help us do that, we've got this fantastic guide. It's put together by Corey Robinson, founder of Journey Real Estate, a really well-regarded realtor in Marin County. And what I like about it is how it just cuts through the usual noise. It offers really clear insights, practical steps, especially for a place like Marin.
Right, so our mission today, simple. We're pulling out the key nuggets from Corey Robinson's guide. Think of it as like your shortcut to really getting the benefits and the things you need to consider about buying, so you can make a solid decision for yourself. Let's jump in. So the guide starts off really grounded, a step-by-step thing, kicking off with 5 basic questions. And these aren't just, philosophical. They're meant to help you figure out if buying actually makes sense for you right now. So maybe think about your own answers as we go.
Good idea.
First one. Do you see yourself staying in the same city, same area, for at least the next, say, 3 to 5 years?
That's a big one.
Yeah, because the costs of buying and selling, especially somewhere like Marin, they add up. You need that time, right, to build some equity, maybe see some appreciation.
Definitely. Offset those initial hits.
Okay, question 2. Are you financially ready? Not just the mortgage, but the upfront stuff, down payment, closing costs, and ongoing maintenance, because things break.
Always.
Then number 3, do you really want that freedom? The freedom to renovate, paint the walls purple, personalize your space?
Which you definitely can't do renting, usually.
Yeah, time. 4th, would you rather be building your own equity, your long-term wealth, instead of basically paying your landlord's mortgage? Hits differently, doesn't it?
It really does. It's a mindset shift.
And finally, number 5, are you okay with the responsibilities? The repairs, the property taxes, all that jazz that comes with owning.
And the guide does a nice job sort of interpreting your gut feeling on these. If you found yourself nodding yes to most of those, then it suggests buying might be the right move for you. And it lays out why. Building wealth, personalizing your home, potential tax breaks, which we'll get into.
Right.
But, if you answered mostly no, that's okay too. The guide acknowledges renting is valid. It offers flexibility, fewer upfront costs, less hassle day to day. But yeah, today we're really digging into that mostly yes side.
Okay, so if you're leaning yes based on those questions, let's break down that classic rent versus buy comparison that the guide tackles. It really focuses on the advantages of buying.
It does, and it starts with upfront costs. Let's be real. Buying is higher upfront. You've got the down payment, which we'll bust a myth about soon, closing costs, inspections. It's a chunk of change.
Way more than a security deposit.
Absolutely, but then you flip to monthly costs. Homeowners have the mortgage, property taxes, insurance. Renters have rent and utilities. Here's the key thing, though, especially in a place like Marin. A fixed-rate mortgage can give you incredible stability. Rents, well, they tend to go up, right? Sometimes quite a bit each year.
Yeah, you see that a lot. That stability is huge.
It really can be. But the the core reason buying often wins out financially, it's equity and wealth. When you rent, it's simple. 0 equity. Every dollar goes to the landlord. Doesn't build your assets.
Right.
Buying.
Okay.
Totally different. You're actively building equity, paying down the loan principal, plus any potential appreciation in the home's value that directly boosts your net worth.
That's the wealth building engine right there.
It's fundamental for long-term financial health.
And yeah, the guide doesn't shy away from the downsides of owning, like flexibility. It's harder to just pack up and move.
True.
And maintenance, that leaky faucet, the roof repair. That's all on you now.
Yep. Welcome to homeownership.
But it frames these as part of the investment, right? You're taking on these duties because you're pouring sweat and money into your own asset.
Exactly. It's building something for you, not for someone else. It's a different feeling.
Totally. Now, let's talk myths. It's amazing how many misconceptions still float around and stop people from even thinking about buying. Corey Robinson's guide tackles these head on.
Oh, absolutely. And the big one, number one myth probably, is I need a 20% down payment.
You hear that all the time.
All the time. And the guide just says flat out, Not true. There are loan programs out there, good ones with as little as 3% or 5% down, FHA loans, some conventional loans. Plus, there can be down payment assistance programs too, depending on your situation. So that massive 20% barrier, it's often not as solid as people think.
That's huge. That could open doors for a lot of people.
Definitely a game changer. Okay, myth number 2, renting is always cheaper than buying.
Right, the month-to-month view.
Exactly. Renting might have lower upfront costs, sure. But again, you're not building any equity. Every mortgage payment you make as an owner has a portion going towards your principal, towards your wealth. And like we said, with rents often rising, especially in Marin, that fixed rate mortgage payment can start looking pretty good long term compared to unpredictable rent hikes. Provides stability.
Good point. Stability versus fluctuation.
And the third big myth. I should wait for home prices to drop. Oh boy.
Timing the market. Good luck with that.
Right. The guide is really clear. Trying to perfectly time the market. Nearly impossible. Seriously. Instead of waiting for some magical, maybe non-existent dip, the advice is focus on what works for your budget and your life today.
Makes sense. Waiting could mean missing out on years of equity growth.
Exactly. Missing the boat while you wait for perfect conditions that might never arrive.
Which leads perfectly into this next bit from the guide, which really uses visuals to show the financial power of owning, the breakdown of homeowner net worth. It's quite stark.
It really is. The key finding, and it's profound, is that across every income level studied, home equity is the primary driver of wealth. The visual in the guide uses this dark gray bar section, and it just dominates. It shows owning a home contributes the majority of most people's net worth. It's not just an asset, it's usually the asset.
Wow, the majority, not just a piece.
The lion's share. And here's the kicker statistic the guide presents. The average homeowner's net worth is 40 times greater than the average renter's.
40 times, that's staggering.
It is 40. Yeah. And it comes down to a few things. That forced savings aspect of paying your mortgage, the potential for appreciation over time, especially in a place like Marin, and leverage. You control a big asset with a smaller initial investment.
That leverage point is key. You benefit from appreciation on the whole value.
Exactly.
And it's not just passive wealth building sitting there on paper.
Yeah.
The guide points out this great bonus. Homeowners can actually use that built-up equity.
Right. It's not locked away.
You can tap into it for home improvements, maybe finally get that dream kitchen we talked about, or consolidate high-interest debt, use it for other investments.
Yeah, ACLOCs, cash-out refis, lots of options.
It makes the home a really dynamic financial tool, not just a place to live. A powerhouse, really.
Absolutely.
So beyond that huge wealth-building aspect, there are other financial perks, right? Tax advantages that often get overlooked.
Yes, definitely. And these can make a real difference to the bottom line cost of owning. The guide highlights two main ones. First, the mortgage interest deduction. Homeowners may be able to deduct the interest they pay on their home loan. The current limit is interest on up to $750,000 of mortgage debt if you're single or married filing jointly.
Okay.
And $375,000 per person if married filing separately. So, on a sizable loan, that interest adds up, and deducting it can lower your taxable income quite a bit.
Yeah, that could be significant savings.
It can be. Second, there's the property tax deduction. Homeowners might also be able to deduct their state and local taxes, including property taxes, up to a combined limit. That limit is currently $10,000 per household per year, whether filing jointly or single, or $5,000 each if married filing separately.
Okay, so another potential offset.
Exactly. It helps offset those ongoing costs. But, and this is important, the guide stresses this too. Always, always talk to a tax professional. Tax laws change, and your individual situation matters. They can tell you exactly what applies to you.
Crucial advice. Don't just assume you get these.
Right. Verify with an expert.
Okay, so we've really covered a lot of ground here, pulling from Corey Robinson's guide. Those 5 key questions to ask yourself.
The readiness check.
Busting those common homeownership myths, the 20% down, renting being cheaper, waiting for prices to drop.
Getting those out of the way.
Really digging into the power of home equity, that 40x difference in net worth.
Pretty compelling stuff.
And shedding light on those tax benefits. The goal was really to clear things up, especially if you're considering buying in Marin County.
Yeah, and what really stands out is, okay, yes, ownership has responsibilities. That leaky faucet is yours now. But the long-term upsides, building wealth, making a place truly yours, they're they're really significant. Knowledge is power when making a decision this big.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And if this conversation has you thinking more seriously about buying, especially in Marin, Corey Robinson and Journey Real Estate are exactly who the guide recommends as a next step. Corey can help you navigate that specific market, find something that fits your budget, your life, your goals.
Right, local expertise matters there.
Definitely. And it's not just if you're ready to buy today. The guide mentions Corey offers consultations, even if you're still weighing options, maybe leaning towards renting for now or just totally unsure. They can help you compare the actual costs, the benefits, the timelines for your situation. Get personalized advice.
That's great. Tailored guidance. So here's something to think about, a final thought maybe.
Okay.
If home equity really is the main source of wealth for most homeowners, like that 40x statistic suggests, what kind of personal financial shift could start for you just by taking that first step towards ownership?